Good morning, everyone. There's something about these early March mornings that just feels full of possibility, isn't there?
Oh man, absolutely. The way the light's changing, it's like nature's hitting the refresh button or something. I'm getting way too excited about spring.
That's why I love doing Blue Mountain Morning with you, Alex. Your enthusiasm is contagious. And speaking of contagious enthusiasm, we've got to give a special shout out today.
Oh yeah, Mario Mueller from Clarksville. You're basically our podcast matchmaker now. Thanks for introducing your coworker Steve to our little morning coffee chat here.
It's Wednesday, March 5th, and we're here to help you find those moments of clarity in what can sometimes feel like a pretty chaotic world.
And trust me, we've got some fascinating things to talk about today. I mean, seriously fascinating. I could barely sleep last night thinking about it all.
Let's channel that energy into something productive, shall we? Let's dive into today's horizon, and wow, do we have some significant developments from Capitol Hill to discuss.
Oh my gosh, yes. Trump's congressional address was something else, like historically something else. Literally.
Indeed, it was actually the longest presidential address to Congress in modern U.S. history. What really stood out was how celebratory the tone was, despite some pressing issues barely getting mentioned.
Wait, like inflation? I noticed that got about as much attention as my houseplants during vacation, which is to say, practically none.
And foreign policy got surprisingly little airtime too, just a few minutes in what was otherwise a marathon speech. But perhaps the most striking aspect wasn't the speech itself, but the response it generated.
Oh man, the Democrats. I've never seen anything quite like it. They were like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Demonstrative? There were protests, walkouts, and those solemn signs they held up. It really highlighted the deep divisions we're seeing in Congress right now.
But here's what I found super interesting. Senator Alyssa Slotkin's response. She's that moderate Democrat from Michigan, right?
Exactly. And her approach was fascinating. She actually invoked Ronald Reagan in her rebuttal, which is pretty unexpected for a Democrat.
That's like citing your ex's favorite book in your wedding vows. I mean, politically speaking.
Well, it's actually a smart political move. Slotkin, who represents a state Trump carried last year, made a deliberate choice to reach across the aisle and emphasize bipartisan values.
So basically, while everything else was going completely off the rails, she was there being all, hey, remember when we used to work together?
That's a colorful but accurate way to put it. It really encapsulates the current state of American politics. High drama on one side, attempts at bridge building on the other. As we shift to our ripple effects segment, there's something that's been weighing heavily on my mind lately. The growing crisis of adult friendships in America.
Oh my God, Mark, you're hitting close to home here. Like literally close to home because I'm spending way too much time there alone.
The statistics are actually quite alarming. Recent studies show that American adults are experiencing unprecedented levels of loneliness, with the average number of close friendships dropping dramatically over the past few decades.
Wait, so it's not just me stress watching entire seasons of shows in one weekend while my text messages gather digital dust?
Not at all. In fact, the average American adult reports having only 1 or 2 close friends today, compared to 3 or 4 just 30 years ago. And what's even more concerning is that many people report having no close friends at all.
But why? I mean, we're supposedly more connected than ever. I've got like 500 friends on social media who know what I had for breakfast this morning.
That's actually part of the problem. We've replaced deep, meaningful connections with surface-level digital interactions. Think about it. When was the last time you had a long, uninterrupted conversation with someone that wasn't through a screen?
Oof! You didn't have to come for me like that. But seriously, it's like we're all playing this weird game of adult hide and seek, except nobody's actually seeking.
The individualistic nature of American society plays a huge role here. We've created a culture that celebrates independence and self-reliance to such an extent that we've accidentally normalized isolation.
And don't forget the whole "I'm too busy" excuse we all use. I mean, I literally scheduled a reminder to call my best friend 3 months ago.
Time is definitely a factor, but research suggests it's more about priority setting than actual lack of time. We've somehow convinced ourselves that friendship is a luxury rather than a necessity.
But it is a necessity, right? Like for our actual health and stuff?
Absolutely. Studies show that social isolation can be as damaging to our health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It affects everything from our mental health to our immune system, even our longevity.
Well, that's terrifying. But what are we supposed to do about it? I can't exactly go up to random people and be like, hey, want to be best friends forever?
Actually, creating meaningful adult friendships often requires exactly that kind of boldness, minus the best friends forever part, maybe. It's about being intentional, making ourselves vulnerable, And most importantly, showing up consistently.
You mean I actually have to, leave my house and talk to people in person?
I know it sounds revolutionary in our digital age, but yes, join groups based on your interests, accept invitations even when Netflix is calling your name, and most importantly, be the one to initiate sometimes.
So basically, we need to treat friendship like any other important aspect of our lives, like our jobs or our health.
Exactly. It's about making it a priority and understanding that meaningful connections don't just happen. They need to be cultivated and maintained. You know what I find really powerful about this whole friendship discussion? It reminds me of an old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Oh, I know this one. And then you say something about how we should all go plant trees together, right?
Not quite. What I mean is that it's never too late to start building meaningful connections. Today, right now, you could send that text you've been putting off, or finally RSVP yes to that dinner invitation.
You're right. I actually have 3 unanswered messages right now that I've been avoiding because, I don't even know why anymore.
That's exactly the kind of small step that can lead to bigger changes. Sometimes the simplest action, just reaching out, can be the beginning of something transformative. In the quiet moments of our morning, remember, like ripples in still water, every connection we make touches countless others. Your presence matters more than you know.
And that's something worth carrying with us today.
Thanks for starting your morning with us, friends. As always, it means the world to have you here with us on Blue Mountain Morning.
Hey, if you're loving what we do here, why not spread that morning magic? Share us with someone who could use a little calm in their day.
And if you've recommended us to someone, we'd love to give you a shout out. Just drop us a line at bluemountainmorningpodcast@gmail.com.
We'll be right back here tomorrow morning. Same time, same peaceful vibes.
Until then, keep climbing that mountain, everyone.